Today on The Stay-at-Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make Korean beef bulgogi rice and noodle bowls. This is a copycat of one of my favorite, most delicious local food trucks. There's a reason people wait in lines around the block for this. Start with a 1.5 to 2 pound slab of flank steak. You'll see that it has lines running through it. This is called the grain. We're going to cut against the grain, and we want to slice the meat into as thin of strips as possible. When my mom makes this recipe, she actually has the butcher cut the meat for her because he's able to shave it a lot thinner than she can at home. And fun fact, they actually do that. Once your meat is all sliced up, transfer it to a mixing bowl. We're going to make a marinade. This is really simple and so tasty. Start with 1/3 cup of soy sauce, and then 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds, and then 1/2 teaspoon each of red pepper flakes and ground ginger, and 4 cloves of crushed garlic. And then you can use a spoon or your hands to just mix this all together. Cover this with plastic wrap and let it marinate in the fridge for 1 hour. While the meat is marinating in the fridge, I have some rice cooking on the stove, and I'm going to make a couple of really delicious sauces. We have a doctored barbecue sauce and a sriracha mayo. We'll start with that one because it's really easy. It's literally just sriracha and mayonnaise. I have a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise here, and I'm going to add in 2 to 4 teaspoons of sriracha sauce, depending on how spicy you want it. And you just mix that together. All right, these sauces are what makes it. Next is the barbecue sauce. I have 1/2 cup of Sweet Baby Ray's plain barbecue sauce. You want just any plain sauce. And then we'll give it a Korean flair with 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of oyster sauce, 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar, and then a teaspoon of ground ginger. Give this a quick mix till it's combined. If you have a couple of squeeze bottles like this, they come in super handy for these sauces. Just put the sauce in and then you'll be able to squeeze it over for easy serving. If you don't have squeeze bottles, just drizzle it over, it'll be fine. Next up, we'll wait for the meat to finish marinating and then we'll quickly cook it on up. I like to go all out for this. I have shredded cabbage sauteing in some olive oil or butter. Over here I have my rice cooking, and in back I'm cooking up some rice noodles. I've got the time, so why not? If you don't have the time though, you can serve it up on just rice or just rice noodles. In fact, they let you order it that way at the food truck. I have a large skillet heating over high heat. You want it sizzling hot, and then just dump the meat in with all the marinade. You want the meat browned and cooked through. This should take less than 5 minutes and maybe even less than 2 minutes if you cut your meat really thin. All right, so put some rice into a bowl, some noodles, some of that sauteed cabbage, and of course that delicious bulgogi. Garnish with some sliced green onions. Now, it wouldn't be finished without squeezing over some of that delicious barbecue sauce and sriracha mayo. For the full written recipe, visit my website, www.thestayathomechef.com. Give this video a quick thumbs up to let me know you liked it, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome recipes. See you later.